Hey boss, hey, how are you today? It's your girl LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, marketing, and sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, how you doing today? Hopefully everything is okay. We are digging into day 17 of the Position to Profit Conversations. I think the title might say 16. It's 17 today. We are talking about things that you need to do when it comes to positioning yourself for profit as part of the free self-assessment over at susansense.com/PTPSA. Hey, good day, good day. Welcome, welcome. So today's question, we are still talking about people. You need to be asking yourself, do you, number one, see steady growth in your social media following? Do you, number two, see steady growth in your email subscriber base? Do you, number three, the key conversation today, see steady growth in your customer base? Growing your customer base, what can you do? What should you do? Today, the power word is exposure. So I'm going to share 1, 2, 3 things that I intentionally do and recommend to clients when it comes to working on exposure. So let's dig into today's conversation. Hopefully, you know the self-assessment number one is free and available for you over at susansense.com/PTPSA, over at susansense.com/PTPSA, number one. And number two, there are 30 questions divided into six sections. Each of those questions you answer yes or no. The more no's you have, the more you can see those things that you need to strategically be working on to, again, position for profit. So I'm going to dig into exposure today. Great topic. Thank you so much for coming on here. As you guys are coming on in, feel free to share who you are and drop your business title too, so I can shout you out and say hello to you. And of course, don't forget, you can share this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. Tag your business besties who also want to learn about positioning themselves for profit, money, marketing, and sales. Plus, of course, last but not least, I don't know if I said this before, but if you haven't already done so and you are catching me on the replay side, drop into the comment box, hashtag replays rock. Hello, hey, I got all my Instagrammers and my Facebookers and my Periscopers and my YouTubers. Awesome to see you guys here today from North Carolina. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. So here's the deal, okay? When it comes to exposure, I actually have a book and I'm just all kinds of off today because I'm like, wait, it says day 16 and it's day 17. I'm supposed to have my book in front of me called 13 Marketing Secrets. And one of the things that I talk about, well, a couple of things that I talk about. Number one is getting on the shelf. You want more exposure, then you've got to be where your customers are, and getting on shelves that in stores, whether it be virtual stores, online stores, or offline stores that your customers frequent, is a smart thing to do. I don't know if you know the Black-owned, woman-owned company Mess in a Bottle. They're pretty awesome. And she, this past week, has been talking about being featured as a Black business owner in Target, which is pretty amazing. And I love to see different entrepreneurs strategically get on shelves again, whether they be huge shelves. Like also, I can tell you that I've seen Target do a lot with solopreneurs and entrepreneurs. Another sister I absolutely love, a teenpreneur, Gabby's Bows, has also been featured in Target, as well as the Honey Pot brand. That I got a couple of things from Honey Pot from Target as well, which is pretty cool. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Target, right? There are lots of different stores out there. There's Barnes and Nobles, Whole Foods, small or brick and mortar stores that you can partner with, get on the shelf, and also think about maybe online marketplaces that you can get on the virtual shelf as well. Okay, so exposure is definitely something to think about, and I'm going to just kind of drop a few things inspired by, again, one of my books, 13 Marketing Secrets, over at citizensense.com/13ms. 13ms for 13 Marketing Secrets, right? Again, one of those is getting on the shelf, right? So I want you to think about, Gabby is amazing. I know, right? She's just a powerhouse little baby. Growing up, beautiful sister girl, just an absolute powerhouse. Welcome, Alanetta, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, CEO Lifestyle and Her Travel Experience. Welcome. I love what you're doing. Thank you. You're so very welcome. You know, you got to count like how many times I say welcome. When I do these sessions, like just count how many times that comes out of my mouth. So getting on the shelf, number one, getting on stage, number two. One thing that you got to do to get more exposure is to get more into the habit of being in front of people who want what you have to say and what you have to sell. And you don't necessarily have to get on a physical stage. Think about it. A lot of people are doing more virtual these days. So what kind of virtual stages can you get on? Last week, and looks like this week as well, it's been pretty challenging for me on the internal health side. So it's kind of slowed me down. But, you know, I still have committed myself to staying consistent and doing my work, number one. And number two, I'm still working with individuals who've reached out and said, hey, LaShonda, we would love to have you speak at this event. We'd love to have you podcast here, do an interview, and working on those opportunities, even though I don't feel my best, is something I'm giving me a little bit of time to commit to, because it's always so important to get on stage, a virtual stage or a physical stage where you're getting in front of new people who maybe never heard of you before. Interestingly enough, the year kicked off with one of my newest potential clients, right? We're talking about getting new customers. She reached out to me and she said, you know, LaShonda, I listened to you last year. You were part of Kim Coles's Captivating Conversations. You definitely were the one that resonated with me. I'm looking for somebody who can mentor and coach me, and I would love for it to be you. So let me know how much you cost so I can get my coins together so we can work together. You know, I don't consider myself to be a full-time speaker at all. I really just, you know, take opportunities as they come. But that exposure always gives me the opportunity to grow my customer base, right? Because new people, they discover me and vice versa, right? Even getting on the stage as far as creating my own stage, right? I have my own virtual events and ongoing workshops that I do with speakers as well, which gives me plus them the opportunity to gain additional exposure. So when it comes to, again, things that you can do to grow your customer base today, the big word here is exposure. Drop the word exposure into the comment box for me, number one. Number two, I said to you, I want you to think about, and these are some things that I talked about in my 13 Marketing Secrets book. Number one, getting on a shelf, virtual or offline, right? Online or offline. And then number two, getting on stage, same thing, online or offline. And then the last one that I'm going to share here today is to get referrals. Get referrals. I am a web designer. I'm a graphics designer. I'm a mentor and so much more. And a lot of my service-based business is built on the support of my amazing customers and clients who come back and bring their friends to the point where I'm like, I can't take any more people. I love it though. I love working with my entrepreneurial, women and gents. And I love the fact that they, love the experience so much that they're like, oh my gosh, you got to come check out LaShonda and work with her and ... And this, of all the different types of marketing you've probably heard over the years, one of those, whether you're online or offline, that's just not going to go away, is word of mouth marketing, right? When it comes to finding the best person or the best company, we'll do a lot of research, but then we will quickly convert when we trust somebody enough to say, hey, try this person. go here, talk to so and so, because that know, like, and trust factor transfers over, right? From the people we respect, giving us recommendations and referring people they respect, right? So you want to think about these things when it comes to exposure. What are you doing to get on the shelf, get on stage, and get referrals so that your favorite people are bringing their favorite people to you? Okay. So let me know what you think about that. If any of those things are things that you're doing or need to be doing when it comes to gaining exposure. I accept podcasts and online summits. I love those. Yeah, absolutely. In addition to, being a part of them, but also thinking about maybe taking it a step further and creating them, right? Creating a space to give other people opportunities to be on your branded platform, which also creates a space for you to get on your own personal platform too, right? So hopefully this has been helpful to you guys. Feel free to tap, 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 tap on the hearts and the likes. Give me some love, some content currency if you enjoyed this. But of course, don't forget to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. As I mentioned before, this is day 17. It may say day 16. Day 17 of the 30-day Position to Profit conversations. We will definitely continue to work through things that you need to do when it comes to focusing on people and other aspects of positioning yourself for profit too tomorrow. Okay, till then, take care. Bye. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it.